From the cauldrons of defeat, from third place, aka last, comes Cardinal Smith, where one man scorned by multiple really bad game picks, where every week I've counted he's had one game pick from the season, but that's not his fault because he don't leave when people ask. He's like, do you want to, which game should we play? Cardinal doesn't answer. That doesn't matter. That's what about is.
That's our hook for this week, guys.
Hi everybody, and welcome to the season finale. It is here at last of High Scores, High Stakes, the podcast that took its sweet time getting to the finale. I'm your host as always, Mr. Luvva, and with me are my co-hosts.
Hello, Luvva. It's Cardinal Smith here, and welcome to the season finale. How's it feel? We're so close to the end. The cup's almost in grasp for one of us.
Yes, it is.
Crazy. I have already popped the bubbly. So, you know, it's celebration. It's the long overdue season 6 finale. I'm going to be a 2-time winner. I'm feeling good, guys. Good to see us back as a 3 as well.
It is.
Cheers. It's Tomahawk. How you doing?
Cheers.
It hasn't been often the three of us have been together. So it's not, but as you said, it has been long overdue. Me and Cardinal were talking while we were waiting for you, Tom, to come in. Episode 11 went live on the 5th of May, which is over a month ago. And I distinctly remember in one of my solo episodes going, it'll be here next week, maybe. Here we are 1 month later, 5 weeks later.
It's been bonkers. Like, I know that usually our busy schedule kind of shows up at our like July, August time, but busy schedule was brought forward this year.
Oh, it really was. It really was. There's a lot of moving parts in the background.
Awful. No, we got this all together for a game of the month. We've rallied some guests. You know, our community hook, Mighty Ryan. They have pulled us out of some really big holes this last month now. So props to them guys. But competition gameplay. Feels like a one-off special, though.
It really does. It really does, because this is it. And then we go into side quests, and we've done like 4 or 5 side quests already, trying to ensure we get episodes out every single week. But yes, a one-off special, the season 6 finale. Before we get into what game we're playing and all that sort of business, let's tell everybody who we are and what we do, because what we know, gentlemen, is every episode is somebody's first episode. We are High Scores, High Stakes, the internet's only competitive PlayStation podcast, where us 3 compete against one another in a PlayStation gaming league table, where every week we pick a game and play a challenge in that game. The winner of the challenge gets 3 points, second place gets 2 points, third place gets 1 point, and whoever is top of the league at the end of episode 12 wins the coveted, soon to be mine, the first ever High Scores, High Stakes back-to-back winner, the first ever High Scores, High Stakes 3-timer, the High Scores, High Stakes Cup.
I will quit the podcast if you go back to back. I have already said this once.
You won't have to quit, Tom.
Get those
when
cups.
I go back to back, you're fired.
I'm just going to die of embarrassment.
for treachery and traitorism, you will be fired when I go back to back.
I mean, I don't think you have the power to do that. I don't think cups equate to that. But I mean, look, lots to play for, lots going on. Where else can you find us, Luvva? Where if and we Spotify is?
I just tell everyone who everyone is, and that's what we do. All right, that's at the end. All right, stop spoiling the episode. But yes, this is season 6's season finale, and I have made promises that this challenge was going to be good. It was going to be big. It is good and it is big, and it was a lot of work in the background because the scoring system is convoluted,
Chaotic.
It is chaotic
in true finale fashion. Yeah,
indeed. We have made a rod for our own backs where our scoring system goes out the window for the finale, and that has once again happened. This could be a really big scoring challenge, or it could spell disaster for one of us or all 3 of us. But before we get into baby steps, this week's challenge, let us remind everybody how the league table looks, what is standing, and what's at stake, because it has been 5 or 6 weeks since the last competition episode. So our last episode, season 6, episode 11, was Star Wars Demolition.
Ugh.
And the way that finished.
I forgot we did that.
Yeah, so did I. We had to go digging through the archives to see what was the last challenge episode. By the end of that episode, the league table looked like this. In third place on 26 points was Cardinal _Smith _. In second place was Tomahawk with 36 points. But leading the table, rocking to a season 6 finale win, was of course me. Also on 36 points. I was top by alphabetical order.
Alphabetical. Do you know what? Wow. Next season, I'm going to change my name to AFC Tomahawk.
Okay.
You're going to support Arsenal?
That's wild. Changing your team and everything. Just wow.
I will say about Star Wars, the lesser seen draw or tie for first in a challenge, I think that's only ever happened like twice ever.
I forgot it was a draw. I just saw the title and then checked our league tables archives. That's what I did.
If memory serves, the scoring was neck and neck. So it was like, oh, Tom and Luvva got 3 points, I guess. No movement there.
That's right. You're absolutely right, because Cardinal got 2 points. So that explains how that happened. Because Cardinal came last, but also simultaneously second. Well done, Cardinal.
Excellent. What a champ.
It's a big improvement.
I was very annoyed after that last challenge. Very annoyed at the way it played out. But anyway, anyhow, less said about that game entirely.
True. I mean, we're going to go from one end of the spectrum to the other with baby steps now.
Yeah.
But,
Demolition, I think I've said this to you guys. Demolition is easily the worst game we have ever played for a challenge episode. Easily. It is awful.
It's up there with Pix the Cat.
I mean, Wheel of Fortune, surely.
No.
Come
I liked
on.
Wheel of Fortune.
I thought
It goes Wheel of Fortune, Star Wars.
It's an all-timer. What a win.
I don't know.
But yes, let us move past the past, get us into the present before moving into the future of High Scores, High Stakes by me asking Cardinal, for only what feels like the third or fourth time this series, what are you playing?
Oh, thanks. Oh, it's me, Cardinal Smith. I don't. Sorry, Tony Blackburn came out there. I've been playing. I got a platinum trophy today, guys, on the PlayStation.
Oh, wow.
What?
Was it for Final Fantasy by any chance?
No, it was for Cat Quests.
Okay, nice.
Oh, okay. That's it.
I thought he was going to say baby
thought.
So I played it. My daughters enjoyed it. So we have platinum trophied it, and now we've started Cat Quest 2.
Let's go.
But in the meantime, I'm also on this 2, most of the way through, halfway through Final Fantasy 7.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Par for the course.
The original.
I mean, with Revelations on the way, you've got to get brushed up in your Final Fantasy 7 lore, surely.
Yes. And also how Disc 1 ends and how Rebirth ends. I wanted a good comparison. But
oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Now I'm ready.
Love it. Love it. What about you, Tomahawk?
I will say there's one game that will be coming to console that we must play and listeners must give a go. It's called Super Battle Golf.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like golf for your friends, but for your enemies. And you play golf, but you also shoot each other with rockets. And
class. I'm all in.
Destroy each other.
Sign me up for 10 copies.
Yeah. I'm wish list that today.
Okay.
Beautiful
Sorry,
stuff.
Tomahawk.
No, it's all good. I haven't played it. I've played a mixed bag, actually. I started streaming Tormented Souls because in this economy, a $3.99 game is a free game.
Okay. I don't know how it works, but okay.
It's weird. It's like fixed camera angles, and I assumed tank controls, but the tank controls are only limited to your directional buttons, and then it's 360-degree normal controls on the sticks. They're not interchangeable, by the way. Interesting. It looks gorgeous and it's quite terrifying, but something's missing. But I've started it on stream, so I feel as if now I have to finish it.
You do. That's the rules.
That's the rule. It's the accountability of Twitch now to see me through the end. There's just been lots of random enemies. It's all been like people in wheelchairs but with chainsaws for hands, and just a priest who's like, there's not much going on here. I haven't seen anything out of the sorts. And I'm like, you're sus. You're really sus.
Okay.
So watch this space for more Tormented Souls. I did play also, because we were playing baby steps, I picked up Unbeatable on the PlayStation Trials. It is a rhythm beat 'em up, kind of like Guitar Hero meets Streets of Rage.
Okay, yeah.
Where the enemies come in like a high bar and a low bar, and you basically have to, like, music's been outlawed and people are coming in to stop you from playing your band, and you have to like uppercut them and hold the note while the band are playing. You're beating up these cops to the beat of the music, and you have to like duck under attacks and uppercut them. And
this sounds like pure Luvva bait.
It really does. Yeah,
it's like an hour. It's like an hour on the trials, and like certain enemies come in on like a vertical bar, and then certain enemies come in on a horizontal bar, and you have to hit the beat on the horizontal bar while enemies are coming on the other side on the vertical bar. It's awesome, and the trial is like completely unlocked, so you can just get the tutorial out of the way and then just do all the songs on any difficulty. Well worth it for a 30-minute trial.
Okay, wow. That sounds pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
and that's pretty much it. I got into a big hole with the PlayStation Trials on the store. Like, it's there are some gems in there.
There is.
What about yourself, Luvva? Close this out.
I have been playing only two games. So the first one is I'm still playing Dead as Disco.
Class.
Which is still awesome, and I recommend it to everybody. Dead as Disco, it's kind of like Unbeatable. It's a rhythm beat 'em up, but it's great. It is absolutely fantastic. And then the other game I've been playing is a game that's been sat on my Steam account for about, I don't know, a year. And it is in
Hearts
celebration.
Of Iron 4.
It is Hearts of Iron 4. No, it's in celebration of its sequel being announced for 2027, Alien Isolation.
Incredible. Ooh. Yes.
And I will tell you this much. When Alien Isolation came out in 2015, if somebody told me I would be able to play that thing in a handheld, I would have presumed that the handheld version would have been really nerfed and really bad.
Yeah.
But the Steam Deck runs Alien Isolation on pretty much all ultra settings, and it looks and plays better than the PlayStation 4 version.
Steam Deck compatible.
It is.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
What a game. By the way, can I just say something? I forgot how difficult that game is. Alien Isolation is brutal, but it's great.
It's definitely going to be one I'm going to play sort of closer to Halloween and run through of it again. But yeah, and even like seeing the stuff for Alien Isolation 2, it's all pre-alpha footage, and there is one full level in like a playable trailer, or not a playable trailer, but it's like a in-game sequence. It looks awesome. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. It looks amazing. But yeah, that's all I've been playing, obviously, except for baby steps. And let's not waste any more time, gentlemen. We know the stakes that are at stake here. So does anyone want to give like a little shit promo about their chances of winning this finale? Tomahawk's give it the big I am in the intro there.
I did my bit, so yeah, I'm going to hold my turn.
From the cauldrons of defeat, from third place, aka last, comes Cardinal Smith, where one man scorned by multiple really bad game picks, where every week I've counted, he's had one game pick from the season, but that's not his fault, because when people ask, he's like, "Do you want to? Which game should we play?" Cardinal doesn't answer. That doesn't matter. That's what about it.
That's our hook for this week, guys.
I don't know how it's going to happen. I'm 10 points behind, and my goodness, this game is unpredictable, and I have no idea what our scoring system is. But all in, boys, all in. Tally-ho.
I love it. Tomahawk.
I can't top that.
No one can.
Nobody can. Thank you, Cardinal. You've ruined this section
for everybody. It's over. Cancel the internet. Cardinals ended podcast.
I mean, I thought you peaked at the Hogwarts raps. No.
The internet didn't think so. But
thank you. That's all I'll say.
I feel privileged to have been present for that.
come on, right, listen to this. Why should you guys win?
Let me tell you why I'm going to win.
Because we're 10 points ahead with one challenge to go.
We're 10 points ahead, one challenge to go in baby steps, which is a notoriously difficult game, Cardinal. And I know that you have John Sherry this. One and done. I'm not worried about Cardinal Smith. I'm not worried about any man in this podcast. And let me tell you why. Because I'm Mr. 48%. I've said it time and time again. No one has won more challenges. No one has a higher win percentage. No one has finished less than me. That's why I'm winning.
Yeah, but like you could spit statistics and facts, but if you win by virtue of alphabetical order, that's all you'll be remembered for.
I don't care. A win is a win. And you know what the most beautiful two words in the English language are? By default. If I win by default,
Guys.
I still win. The history books will only record the winner. They won't record the nature of the win.
Guys, I'm getting a cup, splitting it in two, and sending you to both half.
Well, make sure when you're ordering that cup, you order my season 5 cup as well.
We're going to parent trap the cup, aren't we?
Where's my cup? I'm going thirsty over here.
Right. Enough. Let's tell the viewers the scoring system for baby steps.
So baby
and
steps.
And also by default, Cardinal Smith, because it might be good for him to know.
It might be good for him to understand what's going on here. Okay, so baby steps. We like picking games and playing games that maybe not anyone would go, how do you make a challenge in baby steps? Yeah. So we've had to think outside the box for this one. Took a while. Took a good few trial runs to get the scoring system down. But this is what we've come up with. So the main challenge here is get further than the other players. So there's going to be 3 points for the winner, 2 points for second place, 1 point for whoever travels the least. And then we have other scoring metrics. So if every time you enter a new area, it is 3 points. All right. So the way we're going to metric that out is after every cutscene, you basically enter a new area. So every time you enter a new area, it's 3 points. Every time you spend 1 minute moving without falling, you will get 1 point. And every time you fall, you will lose 1 point. And furthermore to that, every time you fall, there is a 10-second penalty of where you are not allowed to move. If you fail to stick to that rule, that is another point lost. So that is the scoring system.
So hang on. So the furthest gets 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
The new area is 3 points.
Yes.
Every minute without a fall is 1 point.
Yes.
Every fall is -1.
Yes.
And then if you don't stand for 10 seconds, it's -1 as well.
It's -1 as
It's
well.
-1 as well.
Ah, boys.
Okay, well, so it has the potential to be a really high-scoring episode.
Is the potential to be a really, really low-scoring episode?
Well. This could be the first time in high scores, high-stakes history where the winner of the season finishes the finale with less points than what he went into. And without any more delay, let us get to baby steps. Let's go, gentlemen. I would wish you luck, but I'm not a liar, and I'm not going to tell you good luck because I hope you have the most horrible luck that has ever existed in gaming. Let's go. And this is it, gentlemen. The final challenge of Season 6 has finally gotten here. There was a couple of things I forgot to tell at the start of this. There is a hard time limit on this of 30 minutes. So that's why we put that 10-second penalty after every fall, just to eat up time.
More time, make it a little bit more fraught with danger, yeah.
Basically.
And immediately, I think my tactic has been well telegraphed. I have opted for speed and power.
Yeah,
speed.
You're doing well. You're doing well. For people who are watching the video version of this podcast episode, the first fall is a forced fall, so we're not counting that as a -1 for anybody because it seems
unfair.
needlessly aggressive. So it does. But for audio listeners or even people who are watching the video, if you don't know what Baby Steps is, this is a game from Bennett Foddy, who is famous for making the Newgrounds Flash game GWOP. That's GWOP for those who want to Google it. And that was basically a physics-based movement game where GWOP controlled your arms and your legs and you just had to sprint on a track. And this is like the natural progression of it. So Gone is the 2D. This is full 3D. And all we have to do is walk. So L2 controls your left foot. R2 controls your right foot. And you have to lean your character forward in order to progress as quickly as you can. That is it.
Insane. Now, I have already cleared the first sort of cutscene. I am on the first major incline, we'll say. And I've took a little bit of a tumble. You boys
he says he just broke his hips.
You boys have decided that slow and steady may in fact win the race in this instance. And I think I talked about this like prior to the record. It's described as a walking simulator, and I fully will back that. Is it also primarily a rage bait game?
Yeah, I think so, yeah, because it does a lot of things. First and foremost, it's Australian as all heck. It really is. Yeah. But the game does a lot of things that frustrate you. So very quickly, if you see my gameplay, it expects you to walk up uneven stairs, which is extremely difficult. So it is extremely difficult. But yeah, it does a lot of things that are designed to make you angry. The primary thing, the first thing I noticed about this game was you hold X to skip cutscenes. And sometimes that'll work just fine. You just hold it and the cutscene will end really quickly. Other times the X will stop working and you have to release the X and then hold it back down again in order to skip the cutscene. Other times the button will just randomly change halfway through or a quarter of the way through. Other times the progress bar to skip will start reversing itself.
I had one at a later stage where it double looped. So I had to hold the skip button for twice the limit, and then it turned into a quick time event, and I actually had to let go at it at the top of the bar. So yeah, rage bait wouldn't cut it, to be honest. But I tell you what though, I want to sort of talk about how beautiful the game looks. Like not so much the avatars themselves and the characters look a little bit sketch, but the world looks awesome.
Yeah, it's a weird looking game. It's decrepit and it is disgusting, but it's all very artistic. It's a really good looking game, even though it looks absolutely disgusting. Everything looks disgusting in it.
It is gross. The guy in it is gross looking. You're looking at his rear end the entire game. But the physics are hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm watching Tom fall and his hips not making any sense.
Yeah. Oh no, I very much opted for as long as the camera is pointed roughly in the right direction, I'll make the legs work. Yeah. Because trying to twin stick this became a problem very quickly.
It does. There's parts where you have to make very deliberate choices on where you're aiming. You can aim your feet as well without having to rotate the camera, but rotating the camera is a lot easier. But continuously working L2 and R2 while leaning your character forward and moving that, it's a lot of dexterity required. I tried to do it when I was trialing this game to make sure it would work as a finale game, and hand cramp sets in very quickly. You have to be deliberate with your camera sort of movements, and there's if you push L1, I think it will change the side the camera's on, which can be helpful at times, but I find it's very, very, very quick to confuse yourself because all you're doing in this is walking, and I find you have to remember what foot you moved last and try not to move the same foot twice in a row because that's what's going to cause you to fall over a lot.
The splits will definitely offset you here. But I like to use the 10-second penalty because we've had many on my gameplay, if that hasn't been noticed, as just a moment of reflection and contemplation, and also to kind of scout future potential routes. Now, I've come to the first bonfire, and I don't know about you guys. We'll probably see this in the video. The road forks in like two different directions.
It does.
How many times did you go left and realize that you can't actually go anywhere from that? Yeah. I think I was twice, and then went, this route is a dead end.
Yeah, but there is, when you're climbing the stairs that I'm on now, when you get halfway up, you'll see a sign, I have lost my favorite cup. And if you take the wrong fork, the cup is on top of like a little stone pillar that you have to reach and grab it. And if you can get that to the bonfire, I don't know what it does because I've never been able to get to the bonfire because every time you fall, he drops it. Yeah, it's just one of those wee funny things. There's a lot of like discovery in this game. It's very difficult because everything sort of affects your feet. So if you're not watching this, you'll notice that there's a lot of stones, there's a lot of sticks, there's also a lot of like beer tins and beer bottles. And if you step
animals as well.
If you step on anything that can move, physics will dictate it's going to roll, and it can roll your foot and make it fall. So you have to be really careful where you're putting your feet if you want to stay upright.
Yeah.
So
it is a laugh as well because I'm looking at all the different cameras at all the different stages. You can tell I've had a few tumbles because the character's arse is completely like saturated in the environment. Luvva, you can tell that you've kind of hustled and bustled up a few difficult steps there because his pits and his sweat patches as well. Whereas like Cardinal, your approach is quite, calm, controlled, 1 foot at a time. He's relatively
very
clean,
steady,
I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's quite a good metric to show how much you're exerting. I don't even know the character's name. I don't think he ever says it.
He does. He says it at the start, and he gets called by his mum and dad at the start because he's a bum and lives in his mum and dad's basement. Basically, I can't remember his name. I want to say Dave, but I think that's incorrect. I think that's incorrect. I can't remember the character's name, but yeah, this is a tough game. I've kind of been watching everyone's sort of screen. I don't think Cardinal's fallen.
Not at all. He's properly taken baby steps.
Yeah,
quite literally. And you know what? It could come good. Absolutely. I've already fell, I think, God knows, about 10 times already. Yeah, 15 to at least 15 times already.
I am yet to fall. I have not fallen yet at all, which is quite impressive.
This is one of those games, though. I look at this and then because we've played like Death Stranding, we've played Cairn and stuff, and I'm like, this is kind of that
Strand type game.
Yeah, the Strand type sim, like walking sim. Like I think I said, it's a journey of self-discovery, but not in the way that Cairn was.
I mean, yes,
this will test me in ways I don't think a game ever should test a human being.
Yeah, so this is. I've said this to everyone I've talked about this game with this week. Walking is one of the most natural things we all do, and you learn it about between 9 months and about a year is when you're up on your feet and pretty walking around. So you do that subconsciously. There's no active thought into how to walk. But when you actually have to break down the mechanics of walking, like this game expects you to do, like how much lean do you have to put into your forward steps? How much does your leg going forward? How far is too far? You don't know. Once you're expected to break down the mechanics of actually walking, it is extremely complicated. And this game takes great joy in reminding you that being able to walk upright is an absolute miracle.
Now, here's a laugh. 20. So we've had 10 minutes to go, and Luvva has had his first fall.
Yeah, I think I stepped on a stick or something there, and it rolled onto her foot.
Cardinal has yet to fall, so already we're looking at about 10 points easily.
Yes. He's changed location, so that's 3 points, and he hasn't fallen yet, and he's walking flat out. So yeah, at least 10 points. So Cardinal's on like 13 points easy.
I am on 13 points at the minute, but that's...
He's leading. That's it. He's overtook.
I'm not-
Stop the clock. Stop the count, guys.
Tomahawk, you have blasted one, though. I don't know, like, I think you've gone up to 3 different sections or something.
I have hit one bonfire, so I'm into like effectively area 2.
Yes, area 2. Area 2. Well, yeah, you've crossed 2 checkpoints, so you've got 6 points for crossing those 2 checkpoints, plus how many times you've fallen. I have no idea, because you seem to be constantly falling.
I kind of, and I alluded to this maybe in the group chat earlier today, that I may have went full-blown race mode on this and thought everybody would have done that.
It's unlike you to go full speedrun mode. It's
I
just so
mean,
unheard
this
of.
seems to be the finale brain seems to take over, because I did this in Fortnite where kills weren't necessarily important to the game, yet I took it upon myself to fully engage.
You did.
I think you got like 13 or 14 kills. I got 1. In fact, I got 0 kills. The first time I engaged in combat, I died. Fortnite. But
so
yeah.
my finale record already going into this hasn't filled me with confidence, and now that I'm watching, like, because we don't see the gameplay until this very moment, and I'm like, I've been walking for 12 minutes, and Luvva about to rage quit?
No, I played my gameplay on the portal.
Okay.
So I was telling you about this. I had to play this in the portal just to be able to get a challenge run in. And when I fell because the PlayStation Portal lost connection to the console, so the game, it dropped out completely. So I had to like panic, restart the connection. So I think I've hit pause when I was going to lose connection, just so I didn't know if the PlayStation was going to stay on, if that makes sense. So I thought, if I could just hit pause, then I'm not going to lose any of my progress and I don't have to restart this.
Fair.
And that's what happened there. So that was me just trying to restart. So it's chewed through my time. And I think I've fallen at this stage 2 or 3 times. So I'm actually doing okay. I've crossed 2 checkpoints and fallen 2 or 3 times. So I'm racking up points rightly. It all just comes down to how far can I get.
Sorry, where are we defining a checkpoint, just so I'm like...
Cutscenes. So every time you hit a cutscene, if you notice your save files in this game, every time you hit a cutscene, the area in your save file changes.
So, yes, okay. So we're counting then from when we leave the cave as from the forced fall is one area.
So the forced fall, because it's only like 6 or 7 steps, we're not counting that first fall cutscene as a change of area, because it is not. You're still in the cave. Once you leave the cave and you have that cutscene, that's a change of area. And then the bonfire is a change of area. And then the next cutscene is also a change of area, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense now.
So if you counted the forced fall cutscene and give yourself points for that, there's no points for that. Okay? Because you're still in the cave. But I think where we are now is called like the bog or something along those lines. Can't remember exactly what it's called.
My goodness.
I opted for an incredibly different strat going across the stones. Anything that required like precision steps on a flat surface, because I think I got caught out on some platforms with big gaps. So I just went for the aerial top-down camera to figure out where my foot placement was going to go, and I kind of wish now I'd done that for the entirety of the challenge.
Yeah, so the way this works is shadows. So you know where your foot's going to land because it casts a shadow.
Yeah,
I noticed the shadows.
That's
really
how I was
helpful.
doing it. I also find that walking on boulders was really helpful, because you know the ground under your foot isn't going to move. So this takes into a lot of consideration a lot of things. Obviously, the gradient and the angle of what you're walking on counts a lot. But also there's mud. And the mud can slip under your foot. It can slow your movement speed down. It also forces you into having to lean forward more. And then there's rivers and there's waterfalls and stuff. If you walk through water, if you slip, then the water can push you down the mountain.
Found that out the hard way.
If you have to walk through deep water, then your movement speed is slow, and it is also really easy to lose your footing and get swept away by a river. There's a lot of moving parts to this game. Everything's dictated by physics, so you have to be you need to be very deliberate with where you're putting your feet in this game. Every single step counts.
Yeah, well, we have just come past the halfway stage. Cardinal has yet to fall.
But he's also yet to get to the first cutscene.
Yeah.
He has effectively still in the first biome.
He's in the first, he hasn't crossed the second cutscene yet. So even though he's doing really well, he has 15 points because he hasn't bloomin' fell. He's playing a blinder. He's playing an absolute blinder here. Because our best thing here of getting points is going to be, well, for you it's distance. It has to be distance for you.
For me, I think I've fully banked on distance, and my delusion would be that everyone would kind of have a similar approach to this, and then I forget who I'm playing games with.
Yeah.
So completing the game in 30 minutes may be my only hope here.
Yeah. I have just fallen there at the edge of a waterfall, and I can tell you, having to stand there for 10 seconds, hoping and praying that he puts his feet down on a steady piece of ground. I held my breath for that full fall, because for a second it looked like it was going to wash me away. Yeah. And then I was like, please put your feet on something steady and see if I get washed away, because this 10-second penalty, I will kick myself and hate myself, because it dumps you right down the bottom of the mountain. Basically, it basically throws you down just above the bonfire. And I was like, please no. But Cardinal is still yet to get to the bonfire.
Yeah.
So even though he's being very careful, and he's clearly banked on getting 30 points of just not falling. I mean, which is incredible strategy if it pays off.
Like the run Italian is on par right now for about 18 points just for not falling.
Mm-hmm.
And even if he covers the least distance, we're on 19 points there as well. And even if he clears this area, even if he doesn't clear this area, he's still on 20 something points. That's a great,
it's incredible.
It's awesome.
But it's awful.
It's a different approach.
It's a very different approach. But this is like the laugh about this as a finale challenge. Like usually it's all guns blazing in a PvE type situation.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, I don't know how everyone's done or how everyone's opted to play. So
this is why I love this podcast.
There's 3 different styles at work here.
Yeah, I was going, my strategy was don't go too quickly, but try to cover distance and try to get like the 3 points for distance, and just try as best I could, just minimize falls. Minimize falls was my thing. And just try to get distance covered clean. That was my plan.
And you've decided here now, like sometimes the wee grassy parts can be a real tricky terrain.
They're slippery. They're really slippery.
You can't see what's under that grass texture.
No.
And I think in previous attempts I've been caught out a lot of times.
Yes,
stop the clock. 11 minutes and 5 seconds to go, and Cardinal Smith has had his first fall and has not.
I didn't know about the didn't wait 10 seconds thing.
Oh, he didn't stop for 10 seconds. That's -2. Cardinal,
that's not -2. That's -1.
One
for the fall. -1.
One for the fall and one for not adhering to the 10-second rule.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's right.
And this is it. Now he's realized, I can start to make a bigger steps here. Do you know what? The 10 seconds waiting is the longest 10 seconds.
I spent my 10 seconds. You'll see it later on. I spent my 10 seconds trying to figure out the cleanest path forward. So even though it was devastating not being able to move for 10 seconds, and 10 seconds doesn't seem like a long time until you're watching a stopwatch count 10 seconds. It is a long time.
I'm going to ask you, Luvva, this. How good were you able to get 10 seconds? Like, how many times were you able to hit 10 seconds on the dot on your stopwatch?
So what I did was I set a timer on my phone for 30 minutes. And when I fell, I would see what time it was. And I thought I was fairly decent until I was watching back my run to get my score. And one of my waits was definitely longer than 10 seconds. I think one of my waits was closer to 20 seconds than it was 10.
Yeah.
If
I
I'm
had a
being honest.
similar strat to you. I basically got the stopwatch on the phone. I set the timer for 30 minutes and then switched over to the stopwatch feature. So as soon as I hit the ground, never mind when I fell, as soon as I stood up, again, that timer went for 10 seconds, did a bit of a route plan, and then just like stop and go on ahead. So the 30-minute timer was always just running in the background then.
Yeah.
And being a full disclosure, this was a 1 hour trial as well. So there wasn't an awful lot of time to strategize and run and do more attempts on this. So yeah, that hour eats away very quickly. Like we're just coming just under 8 minutes. I've hit another bonfire.
So that's strange. So
You have.
So me and you went two different routes. So two very different routes. So we'll see where you end up here, because I've never seen this route before at all.
I just went for a vertical ascension and then ended up at the only way I can describe it is like Weathertop in Lord of the Rings. So there only seems to be one path up and one path down.
Okay.
So I'm having a bit, did have a lot of time at this point to go, I have 8 minutes left. Technically, I'm as high as I can really go at this point, and I genuinely was for stopping and go, this is high. This is, in terms of vertical ascent, I have achieved that. And then I was just looking for like a landmark or something that I could hone in on to then go follow it. Yeah. Which took me much longer than I care to admit. So we have found something, and I'm just now going to go hell for leather on it now.
Yeah, and
fall. Sometimes I think though the fallen can help you in your distance covering though, depending on the angle on where you are, and 9 times out of 10 it wasn't for paying off. But I think I'm watching this back now. I'm watching you guys. I think I'm out of the running. Partly,
sure, you're blasting on to the different areas.
Yeah.
It depends on how far Luvva gets compared to you.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because I have no idea where Tom is. My plan was get up the mountain, the actual mountain that is there throughout the game, but I've come across two absolute nightmare traverses.
Oh wow! Okay, you're at a waterfall.
Yeah, so I think I'm in an area called the Llama Pen. I think it's called. So
Cardinal Smith is trying to
get to the bonfire.
The first bonfire. Can he find a little bit of purchase?
He can.
Get there.
He's got it.
It's the way I take that as well. Well done, Cardinal.
Safe.
You made it, big man.
Beautiful stuff. With 6 minutes to go, he's at the camp.
I finally hit a new area.
The rage bait, I will give you the rage bait of skipping this cutscene was incredible, because it like halfway switches to hold L1. Yeah, so that was absolutely
oh my
genius.
Goodness. Yeah.
Like this game is just everything. I think it's one of those ones that forces you then to pay attention to the quote unquote narrative of the game, but painfully you have to engage with it.
Yeah. So that fall I've just had there was clearly caused by drop connection. The connection struggled because it was a normal step. I just overstepped and fell. Yeah, because obviously I think by this stage of the game I couldn't see anything other than my character, and he was a pixelated mess. So I had to take it nice and easy. And that's why you see I'm trying not to turn, because I could see in a straight line basically. It was like playing with blinkers on. It was crazy.
Wild, though. This is also quite fun to think the first time someone's ever played a full challenge on the Portal as well.
Yeah. So you have to play it remote play. So you have to play it remote play, because obviously the PlayStation Portal can only upload to the
3 minutes
PlayStation app, which has a 3-minute limit. So to get the half an hour, I had to play.
Cardinals down again.
had to play it on the Portal, remote play to PlayStation, so it would allow me to save 30 minutes of gameplay.
Now, I've just had a bit of a think here. I've kind of come into a bit of a valley, a little bit of a gully there, and I've went, actually, I'm now no longer climbing the mountain. I'm just going down and around it. So I've actually opted at this point to go back.
Yeah, back from whence you came. I have stumbled upon a deep river that has planks traversing it, but if you notice the planks, they get further away from each other. So now I'm trying to walk on one plank.
One row.
Yeah, and if you misplace a step, you're going to fall into that river. It's brutal. It is just this is a great game. Can I just say that?
It's awesome. I think a lot of people slept on this, to be honest. I think this was very much I think this was released very much as like a streamer game.
It's a stream bait game 100%, because I was playing this going, I would love to stream this because it'd be so funny to watch someone.
But like, it's so clean. The HUD is like, there is no HUD.
There is no HUD.
Luvva's face first in the river.
But it's paid off in my thing, because I'm now in the river and I realize you can walk in the river. If I hadn't known that, I would have walked in the river from the start.
I just took a hit and then waded the river, because it looks like you're just in a lagoon. No, not lagoon. You're in like a little pool.
Like a pond.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like a pond. I thought it was deeper than what it is. It's still deep because it's waist height. But if I hadn't known that, I would have just walked into the pond and walked across the pond rather than try to traverse those blocks, the planks, because those planks cost me 2 falls. So it did. So
I know, that's it. I think this is the laugh though, because we literally had to do effectively a one and done for this, for like how the trial worked. There's no planning. There's no strategy. No. I think it was just find a point and then go to it, and then find the next point and then go to it.
Yeah. It's one of those games. I bought it because it was $7.99 in the sale. So I just like, you know what? I really enjoyed that. I would like to play more of it. Let's buy it. And I went and bought it straight away. And I will be continuing to play this game because it is funny. It is fun. It is ridiculous. But you can see now the way I'm walking, my connection was dropping again. The remote play on this, I can see, I love my Portal and I think it's great, but I can see how people bought it when it first released and cloud streaming
there are limitations on it.
And people hated it, and I never understood it until this challenge. And I totally get why people hated that thing when it came out, because the remote play is not smooth at all. And I was playing it about 8 feet from the console, and the connection was just horrendous.
That's crazy. That is actually wild as well. To be fair, the remote play as such, I've never really used. I've always used the cloud streaming for the Portal, but
the remote play doesn't really work for me unless you're like 5 foot from the PlayStation, or you're in the room.
So I was man to do it for the finale.
PlayStation, and it was no good. And my connection is 1 gigabit. Like it wasn't the internet. It was the connection between the Portal and the console, and it was bad. It was bad, really bad. I would never do it again. I'll put it that way. Because I'm struggling here on a very simple. It's muddy and it's slippery.
You're starting to see, like, to be fair, with only 60 seconds left of the challenge, this is the first time you've had a real sticking point.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for me now, I'm very much now I'm on reflection, I'm going, I have done too much. Now I have come to a little clearing in the forest, and there's like a payphone ringing.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this like mind of, do I just yeet myself off the ledge and trigger a cutscene, or do I just stay the course and go for progression? I really wasn't sure at this point. I was kind of in a bit of a blind panic with this, because I wasn't really looking at my timer. I was just kind of inevitably waiting for that for the alarm to go off. I thought, on reflection now, I think had I done that, that's another 3 points if I just triggered a cutscene.
I am just laughing at my game here because I'm clearly struggling to see anything, because I'm just taking steps just with the left foot over and over again. I'm clearly just struggling to see what's going on and what I'm doing. And that is it. That is the end of the
time up, folks.
Crazy.
Yeah. So this is going to be interesting, gentlemen. I think With regards to the distance traveled, I think it's easy enough to award the points on that one right away. Tom getting 3 points, me getting 2 points, Cardinal getting 1 point.
Tomahawk, exactly.
All right. So this comes down to all the other points. So it does. All the other points. So let me talk you through. Actually, Cardinal, we'll start with you because you're third in the league. So talk me through the points that you picked up and the points you dropped.
Okay, thank you. So I will say I fell twice.
Yep.
And I did not wait the 10 seconds for both times. So -4.
Okay.
I got to 2 areas.
Yep.
So +6.
Yep.
Up to 2 points. Yes. And I think I'm counting 28.
Yep, so far.
For minutes.
Oh, so 28 minutes. Well, yeah, that would make sense because you only fell twice. So that means
incredible.
28 minutes of not falling.
You did basically like 18 minutes worth of not falling for the first time. Yeah. And then another 10 minutes, of not falling for the second time. And then I think,
so 28 plus 2 and then 1 point for distance traveled is 31.
Yeah. Yes, it is. And that okay. Tomahawk, talk me through.
I cleared 3 areas. So there's 9 points. I did all of my 10 seconds, so I don't lose any points there. I won for distance. That's 3 points there, so that puts me on 12 points. This is kind of where my run starts to teeter and wobble a little bit, so I feel as if something might go amiss here. I only managed 4 consecutive minutes of standing time. So I get an additional 4 points. So that takes me on to 16 points. I fell 40 times.
40?
40?
Wow. Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy. So you picked up 16 points but dropped 40.
Yes.
Am I understanding that correctly?
No, you're 100%. I watched it twice.
Yep.
I fell 40 times.
Wow. That is crazy.
Now, obviously, when we do this at the start, you watch it and go, that was fine. When we had to go and do our tallies for ourselves, I went,
of course,
that is not fine.
I mean, watching your gameplay there, you did spend a lot of time eating dirt. A lot of time eating dirt.
I mean, now I'm not happy about it.
Like, that cost you 400 seconds of standing still. That is like...
But look how rapid...
And look how fast he was.
Rapid I was.
Yeah, but still. There's a balance to be had.
It turns out points per falling was the biggest metric in this game. 100%.
100%.
So that puts me on like a negative, somewhere in the negatives.
It no, you're not
minus
negative.
24.
You're not negative. I don't think. We'll do the maths in a bit. I don't think you're negative at all. No. Okay, so here's my score then. I got into 2 new areas, which is +6. Okay. So +6. Let me see. I traveled the second furthest after you, Tomahawk. I had 20 minutes of no falls, but then I fell 16 times, and I always stuck to the 10 seconds. In fact, one of them was 20 seconds, so I only lose 16 points. So I think my positives are 5, 10, 15, 20, 24, and my negatives are 16. Which I think...
Holy hell. Like, even for the falls, just wipes out your minute progress.
So I think, including the distance traveled, it's 11, unless my math is wrong. unless my maths is wrong. But we'll double check that in a little bit. Yeah, but I finished positive, but only just, only just. So we need to work out the maths here. So this is where we stick in a little bit of music break before we unveil the winner. I think is quite clear at this point who the winner is.
Let's get to the maths.
Okay, we're back. We've done some, I would say, quick maths, but that was way too long.
Quick.
There was nothing quick about it.
But in this instance, it needed to be double checked, triple checked, sent off to an adjudicator, and verified. And we've been waiting on the post back, so that's pretty much why the music break took a little longer than it probably.
Yeah, so the high scores, high stakes accountancy department, they're awful. But they've come back with the final scores and the final standings for high scores, high stakes, season 6.
Before we reveal everything, state of play, Cardinals 10 points off. Me and Luvva one of us has to beat the other person to win, and also stave off Cardinal. Cardinal has a big deficit to make up here. There's a lot of permutations that can occur.
There is.
So let's just do it. I think. Let's go.
Okay. So, final standings. Keep in mind there's a lot at stake here, okay? Cardinal's going for his 3rd cup. I'm going for my 3rd cup. Tomahawk's going for his 2nd cup. I'm going looking back to back. All right.
Nobody's ever done it.
No one's ever done it.
Nobody's ever done it. It can't be done.
But it could be done. All it takes is the right man, the right mentality, and the right set of games. That's all it takes. The final scores of high scores, high stakes season 6. And I'm not going to lie to you, I can't remember the actual final scores for everybody in the game. So we've took everyone's score, we've added and subtracted all that needs to be added and subtracted. This is the final league standings in season 6. 5 weeks in the making. In 3rd place with 12 points. The first man in high scores, high stakes history to walk out of a finale with less points than what he walked in with. It is Tomahawk.
Let's go, baby. I'm all about making records.
New record.
40 falls have cost you big time. In 2nd place on 46 points is... It's me. I've led the league for so many weeks. And he's went and bloody done it again, sitting in 3rd position and then just pulling it out of a hat in the finale.
Season 4 all over again.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your humble winner. He's come from behind and done it again. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. I had no right to do it, but that is haram gaming for you. That is slow and steady. Unfortunately, winning the race, the most boring video to watch you'll ever see.
Do you know what? I have to commend you on that one. I think we were kind of just laughing about it. It was so plain. And that's not the way, it's not even a negative because it's just a matter of fact.
It doesn't matter how you win it.
But he's gone and done it.
Only winning it. 57 points. Cardinal, you picked up something ridiculous, like 31 points in that one challenge.
That is
I picked up 12, and Tomahawk dropped his score by 66%.
Not here for a good time, but I'm here.
But Cardinal is season 6 high scores, high stakes history. He is the first ever three-time high scores, high stakes cup winner, Cardinal Smith.
Enough hands, mate. Well done. GG's.
I'm going to need a 3rd hand.
That's incredible.
That is the biggest upset in sporting history, ladies and gentlemen. He's not won a challenge all season. Pulls it out of the hat for the finale. Incredible scenes.
Play the flashback. Will Cardinal go a whole season without winning a single challenge? Will the wooden spoon? Anyway, thanks.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys. It's been great. My goodness, do we not go mental with scoring on
what do we do
finals?
at the end? It's like absolute cinema, some might say.
I don't know about that. There might be some angry people in the comments in this one.
No!
If you're angry at the results, just hashtag WTF in the comments, please, folks.
Or
He's done it again.
WTL. What the Luvva?
He's done it again. And now it's crazy. I would ask you for a speech, Cardinal, but you kind of preempted that by standing
He's
up.
already done it. Like, that's the equivalent of doing a backflip. I'm not going to lie.
Incredible scenes. Incredible scenes. Yeah. Maybe in hindsight, given a point for 1 minute of standing and taking away a point for every fall, there's a compounding nature to the scoring system there. But here, that's what it's all about. We're just friends playing games, having a good time, trying to beat each other. And that's really it. That's but here, I would say congratulations, but I wouldn't mean it, and I don't want to be a liar. I'm raging.
I'm sitting in like two minds about this. Also, one, I will like first time to be last. I'll take that. That's new lore.
Mm-hmm.
Luvva didn't win.
Sherry's still fourth.
Luvva Sherry has a compounding reserve on fourth place.
He does, yeah. It's like
Luvva didn't go back to back, which proves that back to back can't be done.
It's incredible.
I
thought it was.
Smith,
I genuinely, when I played that run, I was like, I had other runs with less falls, but I went further in that run. And that's why I picked that one.
Like I went with the brain that further is better, and then kind of I just thought everyone will try and go further, and then the falls will be what trips everybody up.
Yeah, I went. I should have went with the run I did just before that one because there was 3 falls.
Gentlemen,
would have won it for me.
Welcome to the dark arts of high scores, high stakes. There has been hijinks these last few seasons. There has been little white lies. There's been mind games all along the way. And this round was no different. What you'll find was people bought the game. People have been practicing. I bought the game. I played it on my daughter's PlayStation account to give myself a little bit of practice. I did not want and done this. This was stay alive, don't fall, keep on going. Thank you.
You sly devil.
On that bombshell, we have to get to the wrap-up section. And that is it, gentlemen. Another episode, another season, all wrapped up with one of the biggest bombshells, one of the biggest bombshells that's ever been dropped on high scores, high stakes history, apart from Tomahawk's cheating, of course, that still tops it. But that is the very sort of tactic I can genuinely get behind because it is something I would do as well. And I love that card. I love the killer spirit.
It's awesome because like we kind of went, go to the trials, pick a game from the game trials on PlayStation Store, and then that compounds the challenge.
Yeah, it's when
turns out that all of us just went and bought the game.
We did,
You can't see it, but it says less than 1 hour on my PlayStation history, but that's on that account.
So that's genius. I love that.
Devilish.
I would say I've done some stuff, similar stuff, but I haven't. But that's genius. Absolutely genius.
I think
Little Luvva has a PlayStation account. I'm going to keep that in mind.
Cardinal's playing 4D chess. It turns out I am absolutely stunned.
I was watching his gameplay though, and I could tell. I was like,
he's a practiced man.
Because my first playthrough of that. Now I downloaded the trial and ran through it a couple of times.
A&D,
R&D, just to see what sort of things would work and what sort of things wouldn't work, and how could we even score. How do you score this game? And then I bought it because I was like, I'll be darned if I'm letting my research for the podcast eat my time. I think we only had like 20 minutes left anyway, so I wouldn't have had enough time on the trial, and then I saw it was £7. So I was like, don't know what, £7, this economy is basically
worth it, it was well worth it.
But I think that's genius, Cart. I absolutely love that. That's genius.
I thought I had given it away because at the start we were discussing story, or maybe it was offline before we chatted, but I said I was quoting one of the cutscenes about needing to use the toilet.
I haven't watched
any of these cutscenes in this run. Yeah, how would I know that?
Yeah, I did. I've not seen the cutscenes other than the first two over and over and over again. But yeah, my first playthrough in that trial, I was falling every other step, and I was sitting watching you going, "How has he never played this and not fallen?"
Akin to it.
Brilliant.
I love it. You know what though? I don't know what's happened when this has happened. These 5 weeks have clearly changed the man. Like, I like this Killer Instinct.
So do I. He needs it.
While we took the wee break there, I was sitting there thinking, do you see like the way we have the Olympics and it's clean and it's like organized and it's all that kind of stuff. And then recently in Vegas they had
the enhanced games.
Enhanced games. Are we due like an enhanced games of high scores, high stakes of nothing but dirt? But
we've already done it, and mostly you.
But I'm thinking like unhinged
Season
all
4?
of us. I think we need to like up like this Killer Instinct is incredible. We need to harness it.
There's a difference between cheating and mind games, and mind games I am all for.
No. I'm thinking like mind games and elevated.
Right.
Like, if also it's not cheating if we're all cheating. Put it, just saying it.
Cardinal say about all the best relationships.
Like, I love it. I just think it's brilliant because
It's so different.
I have done that so many times. Like, oh, that game's hard. I think I did it with Roller Drome. Meanwhile, I
didn't need to.
But the best part was, see, when I started playing Roller Drome, I could see Tomahawk's score go up and up and up because it's one of the very few games I've ever played with live leaderboards, and I was just constantly chasing him until I beat it, and I was like, beat that. I love it. I absolutely love it, Cardinal. That is brilliant. What a finale.
More of this season 7. Funny enough, even in the break and even earlier in the day, I was sitting there thinking, it's like, am I getting to the point where maybe I want to take a little step back from this and like just let it breathe? And I'm going, no, I can't let this sit now. I can't idly go by and let this.
I am going to be honest with you, Cardinal, and don't take us as a derision because it kind of is. But this whole season, my mind has been one more point than Tom. I did the same thing. I did the same thing. It was just like, as long as I can beat Luvva, it's in the bag.
Doesn't matter what happens. This third place thing needs to stop, by the way.
But here now we know the caliber of the man.
We can't defend it though. You can't defend against the third place in Endgame. It turns out
every single season, it's always you two. And it's always, we got to get ahead of Love. We got to get ahead of Tomahawk. You're butting against each other. This keeps happening. All right? Pick yourselves up. Stop getting laser focused, the blinkers on.
Yeah.
Here.
That's the mistake I made. I discounted Cardinal because he was so far behind. But this is the joy of high scores, high stakes. The finales are always mental, and the scoring systems are crazy. In hindsight, we shouldn't have had points for falling and points for not falling because they compound upon one another. That's on us. We agreed to that scoring system. I will live and die by the integrity of this sport. Let us do it. This is what it's all about. It's always open for anybody to win. That's what makes it such a great sport. That's what makes it better than enhanced games where they were given £1 million for a world record to be beaten, yet nobody broke a world record. In fact, no one got near a world record apart from in swimming, but they were wearing a suit that was made illegal in 2016. Joke of a sport, the enhanced games, by the way.
Okay.
But do you know what's not a joke of a sport? High scores, high stakes, because third place has come from behind to take the whole thing, and I love it.
I love it. It's just drama, cinema, it's everything.
Through gritted teeth.
Encompasses, I think, the competition aspect of this podcast, and that's incredible. That Brilliant. Actually like makes third place. Can we do that just before we go? Can we round off third, second, and third just before we go again? I want to just be reminded of this.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
In third place, Tomahawk with 12 points. In second place, me with 46 points. First, Cardinal, 57 points.
I love it.
Oh,
things you like to hear.
But yes.
I had no right winning that. 48%. Sure, that drops to 40.
That's just the number.
I think it's about 45% after this season, to be honest. But here, it doesn't have the same ring as Mr. 48%. But yes, that is us. I'm just noticing the record time here. It's very long. that is us. That is season 6 done. Season 7 will be back after 12 weeks of side quests where we talk all things gaming, all things PlayStation. We have a lot of work to do, gentlemen, with games that we're going to be playing, and we're going to have to rigorously check for any more compounding rules and regulations on any of our games and all that good stuff. But it is what it is. If you have enjoyed this and you haven't followed us or subscribed to us or anything like that, fix that mistake now by clicking on the follow button if you're on a podcast platform, or clicking that subscribe button if you are on YouTube. If you want to support us, the best and easiest ways to do that are by giving us a review, a star rating on whatever podcast platform you listen to us, 1 star to 5, or you think we're worth, that's what we get. If you want to leave us a comment, that is even a written review. Sorry, if you want to give us a written review, that's even better, because that feeds the podcast algorithm that more people should listen and more people should see us. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that hype button, and get more eyes and ears on this podcast. And if all of that isn't enough and you want more content, go to highscoreshighstakes.com. There you find everything we've ever done right there. All the video files, everything is on that website. Bingo, bango. And the easiest way of supporting us, if you haven't done it yet, our analytics tell us that most of you listen to us on the phone. Hit that share button. Get the link into a family member or a friend who you think will like it. And with all of that being said, Cardinal, any closing words for season 6, mate?
Season 7 will see the release of Grand Theft Auto 6.
It will. It will.
We sharing a release day with Grand Theft Auto. Is that when season 7 drops the same day as GTA 6?
No. It drops during season 7.
It does.
Strap in, boys.
Yeah.
Let's go.
With all of that being said, I have nothing left to say except I'll be Mr. Luvva. This is High Scores, High Stakes. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on Monday. Love you. Bye.
Ciao.
Champione. Ole.